Madam, madam.
அனைவருக்கும் அன்பான வணக்கங்கள். அனைவருக்கும் அன்பான வணக்கங்கள். A warm welcome to everyone gathered here on the occasion of Cyber Jaagrookta Diwas. உள்ளங்கைக்குள் உலகம் என்று சொல்கின்ற அளவுக்கு ஆண்ட்ராய்டு மொபைல் நம்ம கைக்கு வந்தாச்சு. வாட்ஸ்அப், ஃபேஸ்புக், ட்விட்டர், இணைய வழியில் பண பரிவர்த்தனை, இணைய வழியில் கல்வி என்று தகவல் தொழில்நுட்பத்தின் எல்லா வளர்ச்சியையும் நாம் அனுபவித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கின்ற இந்த நேரத்தில் வலைத்தளங்களில் ஏற்படுகின்ற குற்றங்களின் எண்ணிக்கையும் அதிகரித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறது. இந்த குற்றங்களை தவிர்ப்பது எப்படி, அந்த குற்றங்களில் வரும் முன் காப்பது எப்படி என்பது பற்றிய ஒரு விழிப்புணர்வு நிகழ்வு தான் இந்த சைபர் ஜாகிரதா திவஸ். Yes, we have to raise the awareness about cyber crime and how to deal it. In this event, let us start with prayer song. இறைவணக்கம்.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமழந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் மகனமென நிகழ்வதன கண்டவினில் எக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு நிறைகுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் உடன்மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறந்தியந்து செய்ய மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
இந்த விழிப்புணர்வு நிகழ்வுக்கு உங்கள் அனைவரையும் வரவேற்க வெல்கம் அட்ரஸ் பை FNC வரவேற்புரை ஆற்றிட திரு ரமணமூர்த்தி அவர்களை அன்போடு அழைக்கிறேன்.
Honorable Chairman, respected Deputy Chairman, Secretary, Senior EDP, my colleague HODs, and my dear friends, I welcome you all for this Cyber Crime Awareness Day, Cyber Crime Jaagrookta Diwas. Internet has become an integral part of our day-to-day life. So without having our mobile, we cannot spend our life. So it has become integral part, and whatever you want to do any transaction, whether it is banking transaction, whether any ticket booking, flight ticket booking, train ticket booking, even for payment of taxes, electricity bills, etc., everything we are depending on the internet. When our ease of life is very easy with this internet, at the same time there are problems also. So when we are facing all these problems, there are certain issues which led to crimes, and these cyber crimes are categorized into different parts, and that is one, phishing. Normally what people will do, they'll be posing themselves from a reputed company. Recently, one of my friend, he has applied, he has seen one advertisement in the newspaper that electrical scooters, they are inviting for distributorship of electrical scooters. So he saw the advertisement and he applied. When he applied, they are asking lot of details, what is your assets, net worth, etc., etc. He go on uploading the information, and thereafter they have told you transfer 5 lakh rupees to this account number. Then his son got a doubt. So why they are asking without conducting any personal interview or dealership details, etc. They have to call and they have to discuss. Without doing anything, why they are asking this money? Then they inquired that it is a fake account. So all this comes under phishing. The second one is identity theft. Identity theft. So we are feeling that our PAN number, our Aadhaar card, etc. We need not share with anybody our Aadhaar number, and we are thinking that it is all confidential. But whenever you go to your bank for opening up an account or updating the details, etc., they are asking you give your Aadhaar card, a copy of the Aadhaar card. Then we are going to the Xerox shop and we are taking the Xerox and we are submitting to the bank. And these people, these Xerox centers, etc., these people has become information centers. They are taking the information from these people also, which recently surfaced in one of the inquiry. The second thing, when we go to the bank also, bank has outsourced all this customer relationship manager. They called as a customer relationship manager. He is not an employee of the court, employee of the bank. So he will be dealing with all customers. They are collecting our phone number, PAN number, then all this Aadhaar number, etc. So this is all one kind of this personal details. Then this is one way of cybercrime. Then comes to other thing, then computer vandalism, then ransomware. All these things are different types of cyber crimes. In Visakhapatnam, 4 years back, we have conducted one program. I was there as a Vigilance Study Circle. I was there as a treasurer. We have conducted one program where CVC or Chaudhary Saab has come and inaugurated the study circle. We have conducted one big program in Taj Hotel. So one person who was practicing as a chartered accountant, he has 3 qualifications, ICAA, CA and CS. After some period of practice, he entered into forensic and all financial frauds, etc. he was investigating. So that person was called as a speaker for that function and he is talking on cyber crimes. Then he asked anybody, see, you people are using mobile as it is. You are feeling that any photograph is required, you are taking that selfie and sharing with somebody. You don't know what is the danger of that. Then somebody asked, what is the danger in sending a selfie? Then he asked that person, you please send your selfie to me. He gave his number. Then immediately that person gave a selfie to him. Then immediately he uploaded software and it is showing that this selfie is taken in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, India at a Taj Hotel. Then immediately that person told, because of, since you know I am taking from here, this has come, how it will come. Then he told him, you talk to any of your friend or relative, let them send a selfie to this number. Then he asked his friend to send a selfie. That fellow taken a selfie and sent to that number. Then he immediately executed that software. It is coming. This selfie is taken Novotel, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, India. Then he asked whether your friend is in Novotel. Yes, other conference is going on, there my friend was there. So he was telling how dangerous it is. If somebody is taking selfie and sending it to somebody, if they could able to capture, they can find out the details from which place the selfie was sent, etc. All these things comes under cyber crimes. So to resolve all these cyber crimes, and lot of cyber crimes have been recorded. To address all these issues, Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India has launched Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center. Similarly, they have also launched a National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal to have a coordination between law enforcement agencies to address these crimes in a proper manner. So, Government of India has announced that every month, first week of Wednesday, can be observed as a Cyber Jaagrookta Diwas. First meeting we are conducting today. So I welcome you all, and our DD will be explaining the cyber crimes and its nature, etc. So I request you all take this opportunity and have consciousness while handling the computers as well as internet and our day-to-day life. Thank you very much.
முகம் தெரியாத 3ஆம் நபர்களால் நம்முடைய தகவல்கள் எப்படி எடுக்கப்படுகிறது என்று பற்றி மிக சிறப்பாக சுருக்கமாக தெளிவாக எடுத்து சொன்ன நம்மளுடைய FNC அவர்களுக்கு நன்றி. அடுத்தபடியாக நம்முடைய சென்னை துறைமுகத்தின் துணை தலைவர் டெப்டி சேர்மன் அவர்கள் இப்போது சிறப்புரையாற்றுவார்.
Respected Chairman, my colleague officers, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all of you. As you all aware, now we have assembled here to celebrate Jaagrookta Diwas. As rightly pointed out by the FNCO, this is the first time we are celebrating this Jaagrookta Diwas to be celebrated every month on the first Wednesday. Why suddenly Government of India has advised all of us to do like this? Because in recent times, the incidence of violations of cyber security has increased in manifold. As you all know, we are all speaking about cyber security, breach of cyber security, cyber crimes for the 10-15 years. But in recent years, it has gone manifold and it has the effect of impacting our economy, national security, health systems, educational systems. It's much worse than the terrorism. Nowadays, wars are fought on computers. Even in Ukraine war, they said that though we are getting reports on war field, what's happening in the field, there are untold stories of cyber wars fought in Ukraine, Russia conflict. But we are not aware of it because we are unable to decipher what's happening. But reports, I think, already damages have been created by the Russians. It will take years for Ukraine to restore back the IT systems. Similarly, all over the world, all the companies, all the government entities are frequently facing the cyber attacks. They call cyber terrorism. It can spoil your health system. It can not spoil. It can disturb the health mechanism. It can disturb your supply of power to the households. It can stop the power generation in various thermal power plants. It has happened also last year in India. It can even cause a nuclear attack also. So we have to be guard against all these attacks. The more and more we use IT systems, the more we are prone to these attacks. To create awareness, Government of India has told that we should celebrate the Jaagrookta Diwas. And all of you know when you buy a two-wheeler, we necessarily have to get an LLR. For that, again, nowadays made compulsory that we have to pass an examination wherein basics of road rules are taught initially and they check whether you are aware of the road rules. But for using a smartphone or using a computer, nothing is required. If you have money, you can buy a smartphone and you can use it and you can create problems for others also. So what I require is people should keep themselves abreast of basic rules on cyber security and try to use it not only for their own welfare, but the welfare of the organization which they represent. Because nowadays what we are using is we are using mobile phone for all sorts of transactions, for personal banking transaction, for official file clearance in e-office and etc. All the transactions are carried out in mobile phones and we should be aware of it. Not all the people who are working on mobiles or computers should know about the basics of what is cyber security. There are separate wing who are ready to take care of, who are there to take care of the cyber security. But basic principles should be known to all of you. Though government is spreading the information saying that always change the passwords frequently, use the strong characters, don't use the, generally in PIN number they used to say that don't use a date of birth or your pet names, etc. But people still use these easily recognizable or easily traceable PIN numbers. We don't change the PIN numbers quite often. Similarly, we keep our emails always open in our smartphones. Many people don't use double authentication in the smartphones. These things can cause havoc. Though 90% of the people or 95% of the people are not facing the challenges, but 5% people daily face challenges. and you can be one of the 5% on any day. Once you are attacked by cyber attack, then whatever you will be losing, you can't imagine what you are losing. You will be not losing not only your personal wealth, your personal safety, security, everything is lost. People indiscriminately use photographs in Facebooks, Twitter, as well as in Instagram, and we have seen in newspapers where antisocial elements have taken the data from these and they have planned that theft or robbery based on the information which is easily available in the social media websites. So we have to guard against all those things. All of you know little bit about how to safeguard ourselves, but we don't implement due to laziness. So what I request is, I think today we take a vote saying that all of us will be safe for not only for our own self-interest, but for the organization interest, because we are doing official work both at home and at office, and as well as we are doing a personal work at office also. There is no segregation between office time and personal time, because what you do is we tend to do mix both official and personal work frequently on the same instrument. We carry out both the things, and there is every possibility that virus may transmit from one mode to another mode. We are frequently using our pen drives, which we indiscriminately use. We use public networks. We go to railway stations, airport, immediately we use Wi-Fi network available, which may not be secure also. Frequently, again, most of the people use online transactions, online banking they do, and those banks are regularly cautioning the people against the cyber attacks, phishing, etc. People don't follow it. They open any email which comes to them, and they lose most of the data what are available in the email. So people know about it. Only thing is we have to inculcate the culture of cyber security, and that should be like a daily effort. Daily when you start a two-wheeler or a car, you check whether we are having sufficient air in the vehicle, whether the brakes are working. Normal basic test you do before starting two-wheeler. So similarly in railways, when you start a train, they do the brake check, because when a train is carrying about 800 to 1000 passengers, long distance trains, drivers are supposed to do the brake test before they start, even though they have the certificates. Similarly, all the PC systems are having certificates, valid certificates, originally bought all the antivirus systems. Still, you are required to do some certain basic tests. Even like others, I am also not fully aware about what are the tests to be done. I think our IT people will be spreading the information, will be guiding us what are the basic things to do so that we are guard against all these cyber attacks. Further, what I request is the information should be spread more. Like what we do when we open, like last 1 year, whenever we make a call, we always get some information about corona, how to protect ourselves against the corona spread, all those things. Similarly, when we open our PC, there should be a slide on cyber security. So whenever we open a PC or daily when you open in the morning, that slide should come, automatically should come, and it should be there for about 10-15 seconds to attract the attention of the users, saying that what are the precautions you should take, and it can be some 40-50 slides which can come in sequence in a daily way, so that people unconsciously these safety measures get into their mind and they follow it without any extra efforts. I request all of you to take all adequate precautions, and I wish the EDP department a great success, and they are able to protect our IT systems in a well-behaved, well-structured manner. Thank you.
சைபர் கிரைம் என்ற நிலையில் தொடங்கிய வலைதள குற்றங்கள் இன்றைக்கு சைபர் தாக்குதல், சைபர் பயங்கரவாதம் என்ற நிலையை எட்டி சைபர் ஆர்மியை உருவாக்குகின்ற நிலையை நாம் அடைந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். இந்த நிலையில் நாம் ஒவ்வொரு நாளும் செய்கின்ற ஒவ்வொரு டிரான்சாக்ஷன் ஆன்லைன்ல என்ன செஞ்சாலும் எவ்வளவு விழிப்புணர்வோட இருக்கணும், எவ்வளவு ஜாக்கிரதையா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்றத மிக தெளிவாக கூறிய நம்முடைய துணை தலைவர் அவர்களுக்கு நன்றி. அடுத்தபடியாக நம் சென்னை துறைமுகத்தின் தலைவர் அவர்கள் சிறப்புரையாற்றுவார்கள்.
Good morning, Namaskar, Anband Kale Vanakkam. The Deputy Chairman of Chennai Port Authority, the heads of departments of Chennai Port Authority, the Senior Deputy Director EDB and his team, the officers and staff who are present here today to observe this Cyber Jaagrookta Diwas, which is the first in the series to be conducted on first Wednesday of every month. At the outset, my warm greetings to all of you. When you sleep in the night, do all of you have dreams? When you are sleeping in the night, are you having dreams or you are having a plain sound sleep? Among you, how many are having dreams? So I think most of you. So people say that we get dreams because during the sleep, the brain is repairing all circuits. So all these wrong connections, these kind of things are getting repaired. Because of that, these images are getting created in our brain. And to be honest with you, I have lot of dreams. The moment I go to sleep, I mean, of course I dream during the day also, that's a different matter. But during the night, the moment I sleep, I close my eyes, and till I wake up in the morning, I will have hundreds of dreams. Some will be good, some will be dreams, and some will be nightmares, and some will be normal. I am telling you honestly, today morning, and I won't remember them. Lot of things I will be enjoying in my dreams and all that, but I won't remember them when I wake up in the morning. But I am telling you honestly, it so happened, very rarely I will remember them. And I am telling you honestly that today morning, I had a nightmare and I remembered that nightmare. I am inspecting different areas of Chennai Port Authority, and when I come back to the office, I realize that my phone is missing. Today morning, I actually had this nightmare. I told my wife I don't remember my dreams at all, but today I am remembering because I lost my phone in my dream. Now you can imagine, I might be staying in a 5-star inn, that I might have lost a diamond, some jewelry or something. I did not remember. But I remembered that in today's dream, I have lost my smartphone. This is how much it has become important to us. In fact, there is a joke also that actually one man was sitting in his room on his table and he finds Yamraj there. Like Yamraj has come on a buffalo and he said, I have come to take you. He says, I am not due for death. I am only 29 years old. I don't have BP, sugar, any problem. And my astrologer has told me that I am going to live up to 80 years and I am only 29. Yamraj says, your wife is looking at your smartphone. Then he said, okay sir, let us go. Right? So there are so many secrets, so many information, so many things in our smartphone. Our life has become totally dependent on that. In fact, if you read the latest India Today, it is talking about detoxification from digital world. We have all got so used to this digital world that we can't imagine even being away from our smartphone for 15 minutes. If this phone is lying and a beep comes, beep, beep, I may be in a very important conversation, very important discussion, but I will get a restlessness. I would like to see this phone. What has come? It may be some most useless message might have come. Maybe from Louis Philippe shop or Van Heusen shop or something. We are having a sale, buy 2 get 1 free. But till I see it, I will be very uncomfortable. This is how much we have become addicted to this digital technology now. It has made our life very simple. No doubt about that. Earlier, if you have to book a flight ticket or if you have to book a train ticket, you will go in some Egmore station or our central station, you will scan book your ticket. There was one point of time when you would have booked the ticket for onward journey, but not the return journey. So somebody there will book your ticket and send you by post and all those things. And this is a situation when at least this CRIS system was introduced in railways. Before that, it was still more difficult. I remember when I used to go for my undergraduate studies, I and my friend will go and the fellow will be recording in a register that this is booked for us and he will be giving us a ticket and all those things were there. So it was such a cumbersome process that today, sitting here, you go to IRCTC or you go to any Make My Trip or Ease My Trip or anything, and you can book your ticket, you can conduct transactions. In fact, in Rajasthan, we have a concept called Mangan Art. I don't know how many of they are basically the musicians of the village. Traditionally, they have been the musicians of the village. I am sure you will be having some concept like that in Tamil Nadu also. So when you go there, let us say I go to my village, right? I am there for 2-3 days. This fellow will come immediately next day morning. He will bring his instruments. He will sit in front of my house and he will start playing those instruments, right? And in turn, he will be expecting once he is done for 1 hour, 2 hours, I have to give him food and I have to give him some money. So earlier, sometimes people will say, I don't have change. This fellow will say, sir, Google Pay. This has actually happened. I'm not exaggerating. So, my brother, he went to the village and somehow he was not in a mood to part with money that day. So he said, change illa buy anytime. Google Pay. So you pay to this, right? So this is how it is working now. So we have become so much dependent. So there are positives, there are negatives. In fact, recently I had an experience where many of you might have received a WhatsApp message from me where, somebody put my photograph from the internet or something they would have taken and they have put it into their number and they are asking for money or some help in my name. In fact, I got a call from Mr. Ravindran, our former chairman. He said, are you trying to contact me? Are you in need of some money? Then I realized the seriousness of the situation. In fact, our deputy chairman had already informed me that, sir, I got this kind of a message, and he actually had a conversation with that fellow. He was busy in something, so he had a conversation. Then he told me, and I was going for arbitration. In the meantime, I get a call from Mr. Ravindran that, sir, are you trying to contact me? And I said, no, nothing like that. And I sent this message to everybody that, please don't make any payment. So, these are all cyber crimes which are happening. As has been told by our deputy chairman and our FACO, that now, because of no separation between the instruments or equipment which we are using for our personal work and our official work, both are getting mixed. That problem is also happening. So we have to be very, very careful. I remember there used to be a system when we started using IT, that there will be a password. Right? For accessing the system, there will be a password. And what will be the most common password? ABC123. And everybody will be using it. In fact, we had a very unfortunate incident where some money of our court was diverted. And one of the problems there is that the password which is given to one officer is used by another officer because this officer is on leave. Now this should not happen. That officer should use their own password. Our EDP has to ensure that that officer they have their own password, and during that time this access is created for them, so that there is a log. There is a log that it has been accessed to this particular. Now, if it is used by this fellow, he can always say, I did not use it. This person might have used from his or her home, right? So we have to be very careful about our passwords, and that is the most basic minimum. Now, cyber security, there is a presentation waiting for you. We thought today being the first such event, we will do it in slightly big manner so that all of you get sensitized to this. And ChennaiPort, I am not an expert on that, so I would also like to learn from this presentation like you. There's only two things I would like to say before I close. One is that ChennaiPort is ahead in implementation of EBS. So I have to say that I am not very happy with the progress we have done. We might be ahead of the other 4 ports, but our progress is poor. But now for the last 4-5 months, we are finding that the pace has improved, and overall also we are expecting that in the next 6 to 8 months, not only us but in other 4 ports also, we will be able to implement this EBS, make it go live and also stabilize it. So Chennai Port is ahead. It is always in the forefront. It is in the forefront of any technology. I don't know how many of you know that the first motor car in Madras, it was registered in whose name? The number was MS1. The first registration of a motor car was in whose name in Madras? Does anybody know? In this hall, anybody knows that? No. I am surprised. It was registered in 1903 in the name of Mr. Francis Spring, who was the chairman of this port from 1904 to 1990. So just look at the technology. In those days, when there was a governor, there was an entire council, there were so many people in the city, the first motor car was registered in the name of Chennai Port Chairman, who incidentally at that time was Railway Port Chairman. And then in the next year he became Chennai Port Chairman. So we have always been in the forefront. In fact, when I went around our building, I found some of our desktops which you are using. They look historical. This museum we have done, na? We had a museum recently, we had an exhibition recently, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, in which we have put an old telephone, maybe 1 or 2 of your desktops also we could have put there. And people would have, this is my computer, right? So anyway, that part is being taken care by CEO and senior DD. I hope very soon you will be getting new desktops and to be in the forefront of using technology as the people who have worked in this sport before have done. So let us learn from this. Let us all get sensitized to this because it will help us not only in our official work, our safety of our official duties, but also as a person also, it will be much safer because anything is always a double-edged weapon. It helps us, but it can trouble us also. So let us be prepared for that. And one small request to you, we were supposed to start this program at 11 o'clock. So I request, some of you came very late. That is not proper. If you are informed that you have to be here at 11 o'clock, kindly come at 11 o'clock so that we can finish in time. Nandri, Vanakkam.
நம்ம சேர்மன் சொன்ன மாதிரி பல்லு இல்லாத மனுஷங்களை கூட பார்க்கலாம், ஆனா செல் இல்லாத மனுஷங்க யாரையும் பார்க்கவே முடியாது. அந்த அளவுக்கு நாம செல்பேசியை அதையே சார்ந்து இருக்கின்ற நிலையில நாம இருக்கிறோம். தொழில்நுட்ப வளர்ச்சி என்பது வந்துட்டு இருக்க அதே வேலையில அது பாதுகாப்புடன் கூடியதாக இருக்கணும். அப்ப அந்த பாதுகாப்பு இருக்கணும்னா நாம விழிப்புணர்வோடையும் ஜாக்கிரதையாகவும் இருந்தாதான் அதுல இருந்து அந்த வளர்ச்சியை நாம முழுமையாக அனுபவிக்க முடியும். அதுக்காகத்தான் இந்த நிகழ்வு. இப்ப நம்மளுடைய சீனியர் டிடி பவர் பாயிண்ட் பிரசன்டேஷன் பண்ண வராங்க. இதுல நமக்கு பயனுள்ள எல்லா தகவல்களும் இங்க கிடைக்க போகுது. இது கொண்டாடுவதற்குரிய ஒரு நிகழ்வு கிடையாது. இங்க இருந்து பல தகவல்களை நாம கொண்டு போய் நம்மளுடைய லைஃப் டைம்ல நம்ம அப்ளை பண்றதுக்கான விஷயங்கள் இங்கே சொல்லப்படும். அதை நம்ம கவனமா கேட்டு பயன்பெறுவோம் என்று கூறி இப்போது நம்ம சீனியர் டிடி அவர்கள் பவர் பாயிண்ட் பிரசன்ட் கொடுப்பார்.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. So, the respected FSU, Deputy Chairman, Chairman, most of the parts which I would like to cover over here. I think majority of the portion they have covered. Types of cyber attacks and the type of dangers that we are facing for using the system. They have given a brief glimpse on it. So what we see over here is a good screen. We have put up a lot of efforts. So the first question that comes to my mind, not only my mind, many people have asked me this, including my colleagues. They have asked, why so much effort? Why go for putting up such big screen and giving the awareness? So the first reason behind this is, we are all government employees. So one of our prime duty is to ensure that we go ahead and touch the lives of others. And Chennai Port is one of the major ports among the major ports having highest number of manpower. And I see that many of you have attended this program. So the intention is that you spread this awareness. And second one is, this point has already been brought by our chairman, that ID is a double-edged sword. It has advantages and disadvantages. And also, this not only impacts your professional life, but also your personal life as well. So, this awareness program will not only help you between the office hours and even at a personal space. So, with that in mind, let us start this presentation. So, as you can see, this is the toll-free number 1930. So, for any kind of cyber attacks that you face in your personal space, so now the type of attacks, I'll give a brief introduction on that. So for any such issues, you can please contact this number. You are also having a link that is for the NCRP, which I will reference you already mentioned. So you can go to this portal and raise complaint as well. So the type of cyber attacks, one of the most common one is malware attack. So before we start this, so we all were aware of this pandemic situation from 2019 to 2020. Everything was shut down, businesses were shut down, government offices were working part-time. So during this period, where the business should have come down, you would have seen a lot of new businesses emerging, a lot of new businesses coming up. So how is this possible? During this lockdown period, how people have made money, or many people have also lost money, and we see that businesses have come down as well. We saw the emergence of new kind of currencies as well. For example, cryptocurrency. So we see that already it's also known as digital currency. So we are all aware of our normal currencies. We know the Indian rupee and the most valued ones, that is the dollars and euros. So I think this is just one basic question to all of you. Can you tell me which is the most valued currency as of today? Is it dollar?
No.
Is it euro? Okay, dinar. Okay. So I can give you an example. The euro, which is around 80 rupees as of today. Dinar also you have mentioned, which is also a highly valued currency. But there is something known as Bitcoin. I think many of you would have heard about this. Whenever there was a cyber attack, ransomware, for example, there was a recent cyber attack in JNPT. You would have heard something known as Bitcoin or ransomware. So why do these attacks take place? So the word ransomware, as you see, it is two words, ransomware. So ransom is taking money in return for something. So all these attacks, the baseline is money. So what kind of money they want? Something that cannot be traced. So one of the examples is cryptocurrency or the digital currency. So one example of that is Bitcoin. The value of that as on today for one Bitcoin is 29 lakhs rupees. It is the most valued currency ever. It's a digital currency, and this is what most of the hackers are looking at. So what basically a ransomware does is it actually encrypts. So I will not use any IT words for the layman. I'll just give you a very good example. It is something like they are capturing your data, they are closing it, and you cannot access it unless you pay the amount in bitcoins. So how this has come into being and how we can tackle such kind of challenges. So for that I'll give a detailed case study, and you would have heard something known as blockchain. I think this is a common word. I see you would have gone for multiple meets, business meets, where several MBA professionals will be talking about blockchain, but many of them do not understand it. So I will give the relation between cryptocurrency and blockchain and how we can utilize the benefits and how we can keep away from their cons. And apart from that, I also explain about the IT Act 2000 on how it impacts our normal lives. For example, one example what our chairman sir gave, that is regarding sharing of password. It might be very interesting to know that under the IT Act, you can even go to jail for sharing the password. If you are sharing a password of some other person, you can be penalized for that. So regarding that also, I will be giving an explanation. At the end of the session, I will give you a 2-minute video to summarize the entire thing. So as we were speaking about this malware attack, so malware attack is nothing but just an executable file which actually comes to the system and it spreads. So from one file it spreads into another system. So for example, Trojan horse. Trojan horse is like something like a Windows file. It looks very safe, but it can actually transfer into another file. Virus. Virus is just like our normal virus. It spreads from one body to the other. It's just like an executable file. You just run the executable file, it keeps on spreading. You are having worm. So worm and virus are almost similar, but the only thing is once worm infects your system, it just spreads across the entire network. So this is a picture of how the malware gets downloaded. So what you can see is one person is trying to download some document. If there is a batch of documents that are being downloaded, and if you are not having presence of mind, actually the virus can enter. So sir was giving an earlier example that somebody had some scammer has actually sent a message through WhatsApp. So you suddenly receive a message and people are fooled into giving this money. So is this that the person is not aware? This is not that. This is because of not having the presence of mind. We all have heard about road accidents, right? We see the zebra crossing. Everybody from their, I think, from their road kindergarten, they have learned that while crossing the road, you need to see left and right. But even after that, even today, you can see adults and learned professionals while crossing the road, accident happen. So this is because of absence of presence of mind. So whenever there is an absence of, you are not having the presence of mind, such kind of issues happen. The similar incident happened in my previous board also. So our chairman, he had received, not chairman, actually in the name of chairman, somebody else had received one mail stating that he is met with an accident and he needs around 1 lakh rupees. The person is actually a trustee of the board itself. Without thinking twice, he just transferred the money as it is. So I was the IT head at that time and I had to go for filing FIR and all those things. It was months together. So what has happened is the person is actually he knows everything about IT, but there is a kind of sense of urgency. That is what these scammers look at. They always put pressure on you, stating that I require the money immediately. So the moment the trustee met the chairman asked, why would I ask money for you? If I wanted some money, I would have asked my personal friend or my family member. Why should I ask you? So he is not able to answer. So these are all instantaneous. So people do not use their presence of mind and get into all sorts of things. So think before you act. Phishing attacks. So our reference sir had already explained about this phishing attacks. So these are mostly coming through emails. So there are different types. For example, deceptive phishing. Deceptive phishing is like an outcast message. The sender just sends out a message stating that yes, you can make around 1 lakh in 1 month. So you need to just have a deposit of 1,000 rupees. So people just deposit money and they lose their amount. Next is spear phishing. So spear phishing is a more specific kind of attack where through the media, the social media, the scammer takes your name and details. And for example, they send a mail specifically to that person, telling that Mr. Ajay, we met on so and so date. You told that you will help me with $1,000 or something. Please kindly transfer this amount. So this is called as spear phishing. And then there is known as whaling. So whaling is the exact example of what our chairman sir gave and what I just gave right now. What the scammers do is they go to the top. They find out from social media who's the chairman or the CEO of the company. they get hold of his details, they find out all the employees' details and send a bulk email stating that we are in trouble, kindly save me. So their assurance is at least among 3,000 employees, at least one or two definitely will follow this. So next one is farming. So farming is a different kind of attack where they actually affect the DNS of the website. So I'll not go into the technical bit of it. You would have seen certain websites behaving in a different way. For example, you will see a company profile, a website. Next day you come, you see that there is jobs available. You can click here for jobs. So these are the way that people actually, the scammers actually impact the people. So what they do is they try to attack the DNS server and they post it to a different website. So the user is unknown, he's being taken to a different website and he's actually being caught. So this is an example of phishing attack. So as you can see, the lady is getting an offer, gift voucher of around 1,000 rupees. So you need to just enter your Aadhaar card number or your password for your Facebook. You enter that and you can immediately get the information. So this is how scams happen. And the farming example that I gave, so people try to access a particular website, they may not enter the right URL, they go to some different website and from there they get caught. So another example is man in the middle attack. So this is nothing but two entities are communicating with each other, but there is a scammer in the middle who tries to take the IP address, capture it and get the details. So if any kind of transaction details are happening between the two entities, suppose some password is being exchanged, so the person can take over that. So as you are seeing, the person is actually communicating with the server. So the person has an IP address on the machine, but the hacker can actually take over the IP. And once he takes over the IP, he can start exchanging the messages on. So next one is password attack. So one of the biggest reasons for password attack, and this is common across almost all the organizations, people keep sharing the password. See, we have an IT security policy even for ChennaiPort as well. But even after multiple times saying that please do not share the password, people still do that. Even if you do the multiple accounts, people share the password. So kindly do not do it, do not share the password. And also the password, whatever you keep, do not keep common names. So the scammers, what they try to do is through social media websites and all, they try to get the details of your family. So for example, your son's name, your daughter's name. So with that, they can put different types of permutation and combination and catch hold of your website or your application. So there are different types, for example, phishing attacks, which you already spoke. Brute force password. So it's exactly as the word suggests, brute force. So it's like you are trying to enter the house, but you do not have a key. So what you do, you start, the person starts barging in, kicking the door and trying to open it. So it's exactly like how it happens. The person, the scammer tries different trials of password. He tries multiple passwords and tries to get it. Next is dictionary password attack. So these are what I told, keeping common name password. You are keeping your son's name or your daughter's name, your wife's name. So password spraying attack. So this is one special form of attack. It is similar to an outcasting. So the scammer knows a particular person's password. He knows that he is in an organization. So what he does is he outcasts the password across the network. So through one PC at least he can get in. Next is key logging. So key logging is a very dangerous form of attack. So this usually comes through pen drives. So what happens is once this virus gets in, whatever you are typing, your keystrokes are recorded. So your password and everything can actually be captured. So this can be stopped by using latest versions of antivirus. So as you see, these are the password attack scenarios. You are using simple password like 1, 2, 3, 4, ABCD. So these are one of the key areas how the password gets leaked. Another new form of attack is juice jacking. So what is juice jacking? This is something sort of, you go to the airport, you would have seen mobile charging stations. So there are two kinds of charging stations. One is the power point where you actually plug in and get the power. And there is also USB ports. The power point is safe, but the USB ports are not quite safe. So it is always suggested that you always have a mobile carrier or a mobile charger. instead of plugging it over there, because a scammer can actually leak the information through these ports. Another one is advanced persistent threat. So these are the kind of attacks which you see in big organizations. You would have heard in JNPT, you would have heard in recent years one attack which took in AP Mola Maersk terminals. So which occurred throughout Russia and even in in the ports of India as well, wherever Maersk had the centers. So APT threat is like a sleeping agents. So you would have heard about these terrorist attacks. So what happens is the agents come, for example, if it's India, agents come, they lead a normal life in India, like a banker or a normal employee. They stay there for years together, 10 years or something. And one particular day they get activated and terrorist attack takes place. This is much similar to that. There are multiple batches of viruses that come in and one particular day they get activated. So this is an pictorial depiction. So these are mainly aimed at big organizations. Denial of service attack. So denial of service attack is nothing to do with getting hold of your document. It is just to create problem. So there is an organization, they want to dismantle the organization, they want to disrupt the operations. So denial of service, what the person tries to do is a kind of mischief. So what they want to do is they want to stop the services. For example, some kind of ES application is running. So they want to create a mischief by creating a such kind of attack which will spoil the entire network and nobody is able to access the server. So there are different types. For example, DC SYN flood attacks. So this is mainly common for APIs. You would have heard something known as application programming interface. So this mainly impacts that. So what it does is the basic concept of API is handshake process. So this mutual handshake process, what happens is the entire system is actually flooded with new kind of requests, so that the response doesn't go through. Then there is something known as teardrop attack. So you might be aware of these data packets which are flowing from one system to the other. So what teardrop attack does is it makes sure that the packet is actually damaged. So the receiving entity will understand that it's a damaged packet and it will keep asking for the next packet and the system runs in loop. Then there is ping of death attack, that is a continuous set of pings which are sent to the system to block it. Then there is something known as botnets. So botnets is nothing but minor entities are created. For example, small ant-like creatures are actually created in terms of digital frame. And these minor bots actually attack the system together. So this is an example of denial of service. So as you can see, the employees are trying to access the server, but the scammer can actually block it. So the user doesn't know why the system is actually running slow. Another one is SQL injection. This is a very old form of attack. So whenever this SQL database is there, they will inject one kind of an executable file into the system, they can modify the records. So these are all old forms of attacks. So right now, these are the number of events are getting reduced, because even if such events happen, there is a way to roll back and we can identify such kind of changes. So this is, as you can see, an example of SQL injection. So these are the tables. So a person can actually change the values in tables. So now about the case study about the cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency comes with two words. One is secret and medium of currency. So one very interesting topic. In the last few years only this digital currency has come out. So the main reason for this one, and whatever attacks which I have shown till now, the reason why it is happening. So you might be wondering why people waste their time and try to do all these scamming activities. The entire reason behind that is getting money. So how do they get the money? So one of the examples is a digital currency where you cannot trace it. So then why do people, why there is a high demand of such kind of currency where you cannot trace it? So this has grown during the last period of this COVID time, where several bank frauds are happening. So you would have seen several organizations losing crores of money because of the fault of the bank. So cryptocurrency, the biggest advantage is there is that you don't require a bank. There is no mediator in between. So the question is how the mediation takes place, how the currency gets transferred. So I will be giving a detailed example on how this works. So these are some of the examples. So one of the most popular one is the Bitcoin. You are having Ripple, Ethereum, Dogecoin. So one simple example that I can give on how this Bitcoin or cryptocurrency works. So this is the example, we have seen multiple examples, so this is one example that I really like, which I got it through online. So let us take Raj and Bajaj. So Bajaj has given a service to Raj. Now it's time for Raj to give a money. So its service is rendered 10 rupees. So he can give 10 rupees, or instead of that, he can actually give a toffee or a chocolate. Let us imagine. So this chocolate the Bajaj has received. So now there is no law for this. So once you eat the chocolate, there is no law for that. So instead of normal toffee, he can go ahead with a digital toffee. So now you are thinking, what exactly is a digital toffee? So whenever any currency takes place, there should be a ledger involved. For example, what is the debit or the credit entry? So this is maintained in the ledger. So even for Bitcoin, there is a ledger maintained. So there is a log that is maintained that the money has been transferred or the toffee has been given from Raj to Bajaj. So in case of further transactions, instead of transferring through money, they can start transferring the funds through digital currency. So this is similar to your earlier days barter system. So you take a service, you pay in terms of some other commodity. So here the commodity is fixed, that is toffies or digital currency. In this case, it's bitcoins. So as you see, now the transaction takes place in terms of bitcoins. So the biggest example is, how does a currency work without the banker, and why this has come up. So as I told you the earlier example on the bank frauds which has been taken place. Not only that, you would have seen, if you want to transfer, for example, your son is studying in the US, you want to transfer money, suppose 1 lakh rupees you want to, you want to send $1,000. So what you do, you take that money in rupees, you give it to the bank will in turn give it to the exchange and they will transfer the money to the account. So what happens is, there will be an interest, there will be 2%, 3% interest that will be charged by them. So here there is no bank like that. So it's directly money to money transfer. Bitcoin, wherever it is, the value remains the same. But then the question comes, why the inflation cannot impact this? So the one more reason why people are going forward for this one is how badly the currency is managed in certain current countries. For example, in countries like Russia and Ukraine, where countries go to war, so there is a huge inflation. The value of the currency changes. So people who are having bitcoins are actually safe. The reason behind inflation not raising is the number of bitcoins is actually fixed. You cannot create any kind of additional bitcoins. The number is always fixed. For example, earlier our rupee value was actually pegged in terms of rupees. This all changed. Even in US or other countries, it was pegged with the gold amount. But later, what happened is, in the recent days, you have seen US has started printing trillions of money without pegging into the gold. So how did this take place? How could they print so much money and still keep the value high? This is because of the popularity. So even though you don't have value for the gold, you are not linking the money to the gold, it's just a paper that you are giving. It is a popularity that demands. So wherever the popularity is there, the value rises. So in terms of this ledger, if there are no banks, how is it being maintained? So these are maintained by miners. So in terms of bank, your normal Indian rupee currency, the entire system is centralized. So in this system, it's actually decentralized. So instead of one person taking care of the entire ledgers, it is distributed across millions of networks. So these people who are doing that are called miners. So miners is something that is any person having a digital computer can do it. It comes as a sequence of codes. So he does not know what exactly, he's just actually only solving a particular math problem, but the money is transferred from which account to which account, that is not given to that person. So there are miners involved who are actually maintaining these ledgers, and this activity is called mining. I think you would have seen several youngsters currently who are into this digital currency. They buy these high-profile workstation with GPUs. So what they try to do is they try to increase their processing capacity so that they can mine more or process more transactions. So the advantage of this one is the more transactions that they do, they get a profit of that 1%, 2% in bitcoins. So one of the major reasons why cryptocurrency has become successful is because of the baseline technology, that is blockchain. So the biggest example of blockchain is actually a distributed database that is shared among the nodes of computer. So basically, a blockchain are set of data or a block. A block is contained. A block consists of a set of data. So as you see, this is one single block. So these are the elements of the block. So the block has the first thing, that is the data. So this has the information, for example, the ledger, from which account to which account it has gone. So this is the value, that is the data. Next thing is the hash. The hash is nothing but a sequence number that is generated. So this is a unique sequence number generating from the originating node. So you can imagine hash as your thumb impression or your Aadhaar card number, which is unique to you. So this keeps on generating at the individual nodes. So this is the complete set of data. There is something known as data, hash and previous hash. So I'll better give you an example to get a very clear picture on this. So this is how it works. So this is the first set of data. The data will have hash and previous hash. So the first block will not have any kind of previous hash, but as and how it goes, the previous hash is linked to the next particular blockchain. So there is hash, previous hash. As you can see, the A is being transmitted over here and the B is transmitted over here. So there is a link that is created. So this is the link. So each block is interconnected with each other. So the first block is called the genesis block, and any kind of changes or manipulation. So this is what we call scams, which happens in banks. Suppose they try to change the ledger or make some manipulation. So here, this is the advantage what blockchain gives. Any kind of change that happens at one particular location. You can imagine the nodes being in millions or trillions. So there are millions and trillions of systems that are having their eyes on each and every transaction. So these are all done in the backend GPUs where the programs are running. So any change that takes place will immediately get an alert to all the systems. So if a person is trying to make a change, he cannot update it just like that until the entire nodes in the network gives the confirmation. So you can imagine one block, if you want to make a change, it takes around 10 minutes. So you can imagine a block will consist of usually 100 blocks, 1,000, 1 crore blocks will be there in one particular transaction. So if you want to make a change, it can take up to 200 years to make a change. So these are the advantages of cryptocurrency. That is, the first one is it's decentralized. So the power is not with one particular person, it's actually divided. There is no government control. So if there is an inflation or there is an issue going on with the government, the value of the Bitcoin remains same. It's something equivalent to your land. So it's a fixed number, nobody can add on to it, nobody can print additional Bitcoins. It's a fixed number, the value keeps on increasing. So then it comes, so as the example was given, it's like a two-way sword. So there are advantages and disadvantages. So the biggest disadvantages of this cryptocurrency is no government and authority control is there. So you would have seen the richest person in this world, Elon Musk. So more than 90% of his income is from cryptocurrency. But apart from him, most of the people who are actually citizens, they don't reveal their identity. Because any time you can be caught and the entire money can be transferred in terms of just passing on the password. and the government or you cannot go to any entity for any complaints. So if you are having around $10 million in your account, if one person takes the password, the entire money is gone. There can be no kind of mediation involved. So I can give you a very good example. One of the biggest scams that happened in Canada. There was a company called Diwas CX. The person was one of the richest person in the entire world, around top 3. The person suddenly went missing. It was told that he came to India for a vacation. He had came to Rajasthan and he was declared dead. And there was a huge goose chase on where this money had actually gone. Finally, it was understood that he was actually using the Bitcoin. The password was only with him. So people started asking question. A person who's having a $1 billion company with a lot of employees, how come the password is not with anybody? So the person died and nobody was having the password. So here the advantage of Bitcoin came in. So somebody suggested that through this blockchain, you can actually trace out the source. So the sources were traced. So you were seeing where it was coming and where it was going. So finally it was understood that the person was involved in a simple Ponzi scam. So what he was doing is, he was collecting 100 rupees from Bajaj and giving it to another person, Vijay. So this is what was happening, a simple Ponzi scam where the money was actually being laundered. So this can be even used for unethical uses. So for example, for terrorist cells, this can be a and not eco-friendly. So this is one of the disadvantage. That is, as I told you, for miners, people who are using, I think mostly youngsters are using, they are fulfilling the role of these miners. So they are having large number of systems or GPUs running in their homes. Very in India it is there, people who are running large systems. So these actually create a lot of heat and not good for the environment. So I just quickly take you around through this Information Technology Act 2000. So this is a primary law in India dealing with cyber crimes and electronic commerce. It was commenced on 17th October 2000. So this bill was passed in the budget session of 2000 and signed by the President Shri K.R. Narayanan on the 9th of May 2000. The bill was finalized by a group of officials headed by the Minister of Information Technology, Shri Pramod Mahajan. So I just go through some important IT acts. So you can see these are the sections where a person can actually be charged. For example, tampering with a computer or a source document, you can be charged under section 65, which is 3 years of imprisonment and 2 lakhs fine as well. So if you observe the first line, using others' password, so you can be charged with 66C, which is almost 3 years of imprisonment and rupees 1 lakh fine. So these are some of the notable cases. So first one is regarding the February 2017 ransomware attack, where the owner had given the IP address to the police and they were able to catch. And this is a very interesting example. The second one, there was a shutdown in Mumbai for the funeral of Shri Bal Thackeray. So a 21-year-old girl was arrested for just posting a message or criticizing this event, and also another 20-year-old girl was arrested for just liking the post. So this is very important. Be extremely careful while sharing the post and even liking it. You can be held responsible for that. So I can give you some few preventive measures that everybody can use. So you can give a general awareness to your friends circle as well. So shutting down the computers are often used. So what we find is many people do not shut down their computers. They just leave, they just lock the computer and leave for the day. Please do not do this because hackers find this a heaven to get into your systems. Install and maintain updates. This is common for everybody. Even now it is happening. Many of us see that some kind of an update or an installation is happening. People complain that my system doesn't work. They keep on thinking that my system, new system you have got, but it is not working. Why is it not working? So what happens is, you see end of the day, please shut down only after the installation is complete. But people just plug it off or switch it off. So this is the main reason why your system does not work and is running slow. Be alert, presence of mind. So you would have seen there are two kinds of people. There are some people who are very much using the systems and very active, and there are some other sort of people who do not believe in IT. They tell that I don't believe IT at all. People are there who don't use even a debit card, credit card. They say that I don't believe IT. So this is something actually will lead you back. See, change is the only constant. So we need to change with the times. So the only thing that we have to be realizing is just have the presence of mind. It's like crossing the road. So while crossing the road, be careful. So same way by using IT gadgets, just be careful. That's all. So browser install should be of latest version. So try updating the browser. So you will get updates stating that your browser is old, you want to update. Please do that. So people what they do is they just close it off. Or they use some kind of an old Internet Explorer. Even if a new browser is given, they start using the old browser. So that is why you might have seen, you would have called the IT help desk person. He opens the same page in another browser and it works. That is because there is an updated browser. So please start using updated browsers. Maintain proper password. So this is something very common. People start discussing about password and they tell that, yeah, this is my password, you please use it, I want to go for tea. So this is extremely careful. I have seen this in multiple places, and even while some troubleshooting happens, the IT and this person goes, they will just write it in a piece of paper and tell that, you please look at this, I will just go and have a tea. So please do not share the password with anyone in the organization, even with the IT support person, please do not share your password. So this is what I have already explained. Try using a more difficult password. You can use passphrases. Passphrases is nothing but a long set of sentences that you can add. You can add special characters, add caps. So add a mix of all these things. So for example, bad password, as you can see. So it's written password at A has been replaced by other rate. So these are all simple passwords which can be hacked easily. So a census was taken, there is top 20 weak passwords by rank at year. You can see this is the passwords used globally, and I'm sure that even in our code also it happens. So please do not use such kind of passwords. For example, you can see sunshine, I love you, 111. So these are all very simple passwords. Please do not use such kind of a password. Two-factor authentication. So if you are kind of using any kind of an application, try to use two-factor authentication. So what is the advantage of two-factor authentication is, you are trying to log in, you will get a message or an SMS on your mobile phone. So these are all analog systems. So digital systems can be hacked easily, but analog systems cannot. So using a two-factor authentication is always better. So be careful of any external links. So what we find is we get several mails. So recently also we received a complaint that they got some external mails in their junk. So even if you are receiving that, please do not open the links. So that is where the trouble lies. We can never stop a mail from coming in. We can only put it in the spam folder or junk folder. But what people do is they try to open it, they try to read the contents, and they try to download the contents and try to open it. For example, an Excel sheet which contains macros, which is a big amount of data for your system. Not only for you, even for your colleagues as well. So you would have seen some examples where you are receiving an SMS from an unknown party, and you will say something like these small URLs. So if it's from an unknown party, it's okay, you can open it. But if it's an unknown party, please do not click on such kind of links. There are applications which are available on the net where you can expand this URL and see what it is and then only click. So one advantage is you can actually start your URL. See, for example, what you see over here, there is some kind of an URL written, but if you hover next to it, then you can actually get the URL. Sometimes people what they do is they'll mask the URL. If you bring the cursor towards that, you can actually see the right URL. So these are small kind of URLs which are kept. For example, bit.ly. If you open your mobile phones and see the SMS, at least one, definitely you can find such kind of URLs. And one more thing is you are getting such kind of messages from Amazon. So be careful about this link. Even though the image is there Amazon, just go through the URL. For example, what you see over here, this is a spam. the logo is there, but if you see the URL, it is some kind of a junk. So make sure that before you open, don't look at the images and open. Please have a look at the URL. So multiple, I think I can say 92% of the cyber attacks takes place through the email. Especially the email attachments. So just because you open a mail, it doesn't mean that virus is infected. It's especially when you open the attachment, download the attachment, or you try to open the content. For example, you will sometimes get a mail or email from an unknown source with an attachment which shows that you can enable content. So please do not use such kind of enabling content that can harm your system. So another one is whaling and this spear phishing, where you will get email from your higher management stating that you need some money or all those things. So we have some presence of mind before going further. So scammers' favorite are going with the live events. So for example, there is some kind of protest going on. So people are excited about it and try to click on this thing. So be aware of such situations. Scammers usually they are always well versed in the current proceedings, and they try to invoke such kind of messages so that people will use, you try to click on these messages and try to download some content which can harm your system. Now Instagram and Facebook have become very common. Please be selective about the friend request. So whatever friend request you are getting from some unknown person, please do not accept it. These are the mediums through which people can actually track you. For example, one very good example our FNCO sir gave, that one person's location was actually being shown just by calling him up and finding where exactly you are. They could tell the exact location. The reason behind this one is in your mobile there is something known as location. So please be wary. The location is used only for any kind of maps where you want to travel. Once you use that, please disable the location. If you disable the location, such kind of scenarios will not happen. One of the biggest changes is using external devices. Suppose you are having an internal device that you are only using and you are not sharing it with others, it's fine. But still try to avoid it. Using pen drives is the biggest threat. Most of the users, what we find is having system issues are prone to using these USBs and pen drives. So pen drives are a source of these viruses and they can actually cause serious harm to your systems. Okay, another one interesting concept is social engineering. So this is a new way of scammers getting in. So what they try to do is, they actually try to impersonate certain people. For example, the IT help desk. You call somebody, so you know the normal IT help desk people who are coming. So what they do is, they send some scammer, some unknown person, telling that, for example, our AMC team is there. So they will impersonate as our AMC team and they will come to the system. Telling that, sir, you raised the complaint, we are here to fix your system. So what our employees might do is, yes, you please sit down, you look into my computer, I am going for tea. So they go ahead and the scammer actually can take your data. So social engineering, it can happen on site and also as well as off site. So you can see certain people getting more friendly with you, asking about your official business. So this is where they try to build that friendship bond and get the information from you. So please do not discuss all these things outside, keep it well within your limits. So I am done with the presentation. Now I just have a 2-minute video to summarize everything.
Information security works best. Information security works best when you pause, think, and act. Common sense and smart thinking can protect information sometimes even better than technology can. For example, when connecting to a Wi-Fi in public places.
No. No. Yes.
Always connect to a secure encrypted Wi-Fi hotspot. When you are in a crowded place.
Sir, what's the final price we are bidding for the contract?
Never discuss sensitive business information in a crowded place. Bring the clear work list.
Wait, did I get something?
Always lock your computer screen when you are leaving your work list. While participating in social media. Never disclose any sensitive business information in social media while leaving the print page. Pick up all the printouts immediately after printing. Do not leave it unattended. As you can see, you don't need technology to protect information all the time. All you need to do is pose, think, and act.
Okay, thank you everyone. So, any questions you would like to raise?
I compliment Mr. Ajaynath for the excellent presentation, and even the movie at the end was, video at the end was very useful. I'm sure we all would have really benefited. And what I felt, I will tell you. So in case you have also felt like that, don't be scared. The first part of the presentation, I understood. In between, when you went into this blockchain and all that, it was overhead transmission, this cryptocurrency and everything. Then again you came down to our level about the passwords and everything. It was again very useful. So if you have felt the same way, don't feel scared. Because that blockchain part, cryptocurrency part, most of us are not going to use it. I am not going to use cryptocurrency. I am happy with my RBI certified, Mr. Shaktikant Das certified Indian rupee. I am happy with that. So maybe some youngsters may be interested in bitcoins and all that, but I don't think it is even related to us. And similarly, blockchain, despite his explaining, I didn't understand. I have tried to understand it for last few months. Even some of my batchmates and colleagues from IIT who have come and visited me, I have asked them what is the blockchain, and they have also tried to explain, but I could not understand. So don't worry about it. But the first part of the presentation and the last part of the presentation were very useful, and I would like to request you that maybe in the next Wednesday, the first Wednesday of next month also, those parts you can repeat because they are very useful. You can devote some more time on that. But overall, it has been done very nicely, and I compliment Mr. Ajaynath and his team for the excellent efforts they have taken, and we found it very, very useful. Thank you.
I thank our beloved chairman, Shri Sunil Paliwal, who has been the guiding spirit behind conducting this event in a grand manner. I, on behalf of the entire IT division, express my heartfelt thanks to you, sir. I also take this opportunity to thank our beloved Deputy Chairman, Shri S. Balaji Arun Kumar, for extending all the support for conducting this event. My thanks are for Shri D. Ramanamurthy, FNCO, who has guided and supported for the success of this event. I thank our Secretary, Shri Indrani Hasra, who has supported us in arranging the program in a befitting manner. I would like to thank Shri A. Jaisimha, CME, for arranging the public addressing system and the video wall along with the digital standee, which was alignment of this program. I would like to thank Shri N. Shri Ramachandramurthy, CE, for arranging the hall and seating arrangement. My thanks are for all the HODs, officers, and all the staff who have responded to our invitation and attended this program. I also take this opportunity to to thank the officers and staff of the PRO division, MC of the event, Srimati Malati, for making this event memorable. I would like to thank all of my colleagues of the IT division, especially my deputy directors Sri Vijay Santil and Sri Rajkumar, for being the pillars of the EPDP division and their continued support. Special thanks to Sri Raja of EDP for coordinating this event. Thanks to our network engineers Sri Arvind and Sri Vivek for capturing the entire event through live streaming. Thanks to all others who have supported directly or indirectly for the successful conducting of this program. Thank you, one and all. Now we have the national anthem.
Jana Gana Mana Adinam